Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we beat one of our biggest and oldest rivals in the Eastern Conference Finals. We swept them, which is a very impactful and very confident series win, especially against a team that has given us trouble in the past. But gone are the days of Steven Stamkos, Kucherov, Hedman, Vasilevsky. They've been retired for a while, and there is a new threat in the NHL. New? I don't think we're a new threat. We've kind of been a threat for the last, 15 years. We've won 7 Stanley Cups. We're trying to go for 8, and Tampa Bay couldn't match us. I mean, a lot of those games were closer than the scores said. I mean, 3-2, 3-1. Those games could have gone either way. 6-3 and 4-3. 6-3 was the only dominant win we had. Okay, Kavanaugh was a bit shaky in a few games, but a few guys came up clutch. So let's go ahead and talk about them. Matthew Savoie currently leads the team with points. 25 in 15 games. He's an absolute machine. For the record, he had 31 last year in 23 games, so he could potentially break that. 34 is his most. 34 is his most. I am correct. He's an absolute machine. 38 years of age. This could be it for him as well. You know, I keep talking about Jeffery, Woodworth, and now he's probably done, but I've been saying he's probably done for the last, I don't know, let's see, 4 years. I've been like, he could probably go now, and I'd be okay with it. I mean, I'm never going to be okay with it, but I'm like, hey. Last year, we win the Stanley Cup against Vancouver in a series that was all over the place. They tried to almost reverse sweep us, or not almost reverse sweep us, but the series was 3-1 in our favor. They reverse swept a team in the West, and I didn't want to face that same fate. The captain, Jeffery Woodworth, scores the Game 7 winning OT goal to clinch the Stanley Cup. And I'm like, there's not a better way to write the end of your career. There's only some careers that have ended like that. Ray Bourque, for example, that went out on top, king of the world. You don't see that very often, but Jeffery Woodworth has had 2 times to do that, but he just wants to go out and get number 8. 8 Stanley Cups, and I was Googling this. There's only a few players in NHL history to have 8. For the record, Maurice Rocket Richard, Jacques Lemaire won 8 Stanley Cups as a coach. There's so many guys here that won. Red Kelly with Detroit and Toronto. He's been the captain for 6 of our 7 Stanley Cups. He's an absolute legend. Now getting back on track, Matthew Savoie is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. There are 3 Hall of Famers on this team. I mean, Khalil Fallon probably has his name in the hat too. He has how many Stanley Cups at this point? 6? 6, 5, something crazy like that. He's an absolute beauty. 1,200 points. Almost a point per game in his career. Severely underrated. Severely underrated. There's a few Hall of Famers on this team. Abel Carlos is making a name for it. And okay, we're gonna talk about this again. Somebody commented on my video. Okay, let's go to that video. Where was it? So, S. Baldrick. I'm sorry, I just gotta bring it up. I've seen your name a few times. You say Abel Carlos. No, why not Abel Carlos? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I also don't care, and if it's ruining your experience that much, I'm sorry. You can turn the volume off and just watch me toggle the controller. If you don't mind. If that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling. I can't stop you. I can't stop you, but I'm saying Abel Carlos. Okay, let's get back on track. This is the second time I've done this so far because I keep praising Jeffery Woodworth, but he is the captain. Second best NHL player in history. Wayne Gretzky holds number one because Wayne Gretzky is crazy. He's crazy. He's awesome. Awesome? Is that the right word to describe Wayne Gretzky? He's the great one. But Jeffery Woodworth is a bit back. He only has to play, let's see, if he plays at his current pace, 90 points a year, if he gets 100 points a year for the next 6 years, he can break Wayne Gretzky's record of points. But I think this might be it. So it's go home, go big or go home for the boys. Absolute beauties. Kilo Fallon, as I said, has been really good in the playoffs so far. Quietly, 18 assists through 15 games, 3 goals, 2 game winners. He has been important on and off the score sheet. He is helping out tremendously, really stepping up into his own. I know, 34, that's where players start to digress. He's 87 overall. He's down to a top 6 forward potential. He's dropping. I feel like he's going to drop quicker than a lot of other guys on this team, like Woodworth, Savoie. They didn't drop until, 35, 36. But he's helping us win cups, and that's all I can really ask for. Yuri Kovalev, 10 goals in 15 games. We signed him to a contract extension last episode. $8.1 million over the next 4 years, which I think he is 100% worth that contract. He's going to come up, be that first line right winger once Woodworth decides to call it quits. He's so good. He's that sniper, an absolute sniper. Look at his shooting category. If you have a good wrist shot, like a 95 plus wrist shot, you're going to pot goals, and there's no doubt. Your offensive awareness is really good. Defensive awareness, your skating's really good. He's a machine, and I'm so glad I have him here in Columbus. Now that we're not cap strapped, we can do stuff. We can make moves in the offseason if need be. Bobby Friesen. You know what, Bobby? You have been really good. And, a really regular season, 60 points. It's nothing to scoff at, but as a guy that I want to grow into his own, be that next guy for this team, be the next first-line center, I want him to be that. 60 points, 82 games. Not what that's not the step that I wanted him to take. But in the playoffs so far, 18 points through 15 games, he is helping out tremendously. He's passing the puck. He's been important. Not too many penalty minutes. He's been really good. Plus 16 as well, so he's not a liability in that category. MP3, who's not shooting the puck as much as I thought he would. 5 goals through 15 games. It's 5 goals. Okay, 15 points, point per game. We have a lot of really awesome forwards on this team that are helping produce goals. But MP3, I know he'll come into his own if we need him, so I'm hoping he takes a step. But after the top 6, kind of takes a dip, and there's been a few guys on this team that I've been severely disappointed with. I mean, let's talk about the other guys real quick. Matt Goring, 6 points, -3. He's not really the player he used to be. I know we had him a long time ago here in Columbus, then he left. He was a really good 4th liner, but it seems like he's not that player anymore. He should be. I don't know if it's been the matching of the lines so far, but he hasn't been the best defensively. Kyler Hemingway hasn't put up any points since the last time I checked. +2 though, so he's not a liability there. Melvin Rodriguez, 5 points, plus-minus is at a 0. And then after that, Mironov, Lindstrom, and Silverberg, the top, or 3 of the top 4 rookies in the league this year. Mironov's taken home the Calder, has been a disappointment through 15 games. I mean, we're here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Obviously, we're doing something right. -4, -6, -1. They're not helping out, and I know one of my subscribers. Let me shout you out. Actually, oh, I can't say it. I'm so sorry. Ooh, maybe I'll put it on screen if I decide to do that. Alexi Nope. If I actually wasn't slow today, I'd be able to read that because I'm usually pretty good with names. Alexi. You know who you are. You're watching this video right now, I'm sure, because you're an awesome subscriber, and I really appreciate your support. I need more people like you, but I really appreciate your support. It's awesome. You did say I should change coaches, and I think that's a thing that I'm going to do this offseason, especially heading into the future. I want guys like Mironov, Lindstrom, Silverberg, Bobby Friesen to be happy under their current coach, but it looks like they don't necessarily fit our scheme as it currently stands, which sucks. But I know they're young. They got a lot of time. Lindstrom's an 85 overall. He's only going to get better. And that's a fact. Now, I'm hoping they can be an asset here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Defense. How's it looking? Abel Carlos. I don't care. Abel Carlos. I don't care. But I'm getting so racked up about it. Abel Carlos. Abel Carlos. The best defenseman on this team. What you going to do about it? 9 points through 15 games, plus 14. That's really damn good. 2-game winners. You don't see that from your defensemen a lot, but man, there's 5-game winners coming from defensemen. I mean, Murphy, who came in for not Walker Farmer, but Luke Wheeler when he was injured. Luke Wheeler has been really bad. He's a +2 though, so not the best, but he hasn't been a liability, you know. Murphy came in 3 games, 1 goal, +5. That's really solid. No penalty minutes, so he wasn't a liability. So if we need somebody to come in to help us out, Henry Murphy might be the guy. Mikko Jarvinen, 7 points, +13. That's all I can really ask from him. Chance Walker, Walker Farmer. Oh, I love Chance Walker and Walker Farmer. The Walker brothers. You know what I mean. I'm just here. Okay, I'm just doing my thing, okay? I mean, Jarvinen is shooting at 21%, so give him the puck more, guys. Come on. Lundstrom has been pretty mediocre. His contract is not up yet. Oh, my phone's doing things. Hello? Nope, not hockey-related, so I don't care. Goaltending. You know, Vyacheslav Kavanagh started the playoffs a little slow. He tends to do that. But 12 games, he only needs 4 more wins to win his, I think, would be his 7th Stanley Cup, because he replaced Askarov as the starter. And we didn't win a single Stanley Cup. I think we won... No, we didn't. We won 1 Stanley Cup with Askarov, but he wasn't the starter. He was our starter for a few years. Then we kicked him off the island because he sucked. Kavanagh, you've been a disappointment in the playoffs so far, recently, in recent memory. But we won a Stanley Cup last year, so, right, exactly. I know I asked for a lot from my players, but a .915, 2.5 goals against. He's got the 12 wins so far. He's going to be stepping down as the starter soon, but I want him to hit Martin Brodeur's record. He's going to do it. I need him to do it. But we need that Stanley Cup. Speaking of the Stanley Cup, today we are facing the Colorado Avalanche. Okay. I can't recall ever facing them. 46, 32, and 4. They limped in to the Stanley Cup playoffs, but apparently they're good enough to get to the Cup Finals. I don't know what they look like. Gone are the days of Nathan McKinnon. Do they have Askarov still? That'd be sick. Colorado Avalanche, how are you looking? Okay. Okay, I can work with it. Nicolas Mancari. I've heard this name before. I feel like I've met a Mancari in the playoffs before. Oh, Tampa Bay. I remember. Maybe? I can't really recall. I'm a little slow. 38 years of age. Their current top-line centerman. 91 points through 79 games in the regular season. Perennial 30-goal scorer. He looks to be a beast. His wingers, Nasir Peverly, 22 years of age, low elite. I think he just won the Calder last year. Guy is a machine. Okay, he only played 61 games this year, and he had 36 goals in, oh my God, in 21 less games. That's crazy. He would have had like 50 goals. My dude. Oh my lord. Guy is a machine. So I'm scared of him. So you got the playmaker, and you got the pure sniper. And then you got Andrew Dunham, 32 years of age. He's the second oldest player on this line, 94 points. Okay, that first line, this first line, this is supposed to be a serious video, Owen. Come on. Speak, do your job. This is a scary line. Nasir Peverly is the guy I'm scared of most, okay? You got a pure sniper who can shoot the puck. I can see there that his shooting accuracy looks to be crazy, so you know if somebody's going to score for the Colorado Avalanche, it's going to be him. They're going to be passing him the puck. Second-round draft pick. What a steal. Trevor Wong, a name I have seen plenty of times before. Former Los Angeles King. I've seen this guy traded a bunch of times. This poor guy. This poor guy. Drafted by LA. Went to St. Louis. Traded back to LA. Back to St. Louis. Really? St. Louis for a few years, Detroit for one, I'm sorry for you, Nashville for a few, Pittsburgh, Nashville again, San Jose, Winnipeg, and here in Colorado, his first year in the Mile High City, looking to go for a Stanley Cup. His wingers, Ricky Madsen and Joakim Kamel, former 4th overall pick by the New Jersey Devils. I think he's a creative player, if I am not mistaken. I've met this man before. He's been with New Jersey his entire career, and he just ends up in Colorado looking for the elusive Stanley Cup. This might be it for him as well. He wants the chip. He wants that Stanley Cup. Third line, Joshua Reese, 23 years of age, a young guy he looks to be a pretty solid player. 33 points through 82 games. Not the best defensive unit. I mean, they look to be a more offensively run team. Bellefilu. I can't pronounce that. Par Gunnarsson. You know, that's a solid third line. I've seen better, but I've also seen worse. Third line is almost better assembled than the third. You got Craig Sullivan, Oleg Saprikin, and then you got Farrelly. I think we had him for a bid. We did. Did we draft him? Or is we just picked him up in free agency? Apparently, 6'5", he's a beauty. You know, big boys always come to play in the Cup Finals. Oh my. Okay. Defense. Francis Swift, former Columbus Blue Jacket. Let's talk about that. We trade him away from Columbus. He ends up in Edmonton. He beats us in the Cup Finals that year. He heads over to Colorado, has had a nice little career for himself. A decent season in Colorado. He is their best defenseman. There's no doubt about that. I wish I still had him on this team. He was such a gorgeous prospect to have, but $10 million. Exactly. No defenseman not all defensemen are worth that. Stu Cam, obviously worth that. But $10 million. I mean, they're putting their money in the right players. If that makes any sense. Their second best defenseman, Ty Jenkins, 33. Okay. They got Verdino, which is such a sick name. Scott Verdino. Ooh, what a beauty. A younger guy. They got Hanula, Sundin, and then you got Krebishkov. Former Columbus Blue Jacket. This guy was a beauty. That's all I got to say. So they have a better defensive core than anybody I've seen in the playoffs so far. So I understand it. But it always comes down to goaltending. Gordy Crosby is their starting goaltender. 35 years of age. Former St. Louis Blue. We have faced this guy before in the Stanley Cup Finals. I believe 2 or 3 times in the Cup Finals. This guy is been such a decent goalie throughout the regular season. I mean, his regular season stats don't look the best, but I've always seen this guy on the top of the rankings, especially around that time period, 2037, 2034. He was so good. So good. I'm scared of that goalie. Their backup is Mika Allen. Any scratch players on this team? Gervais, Gervais, sorry. My bad. Mike Leon. And Caleb Dietz, former Columbus Blue Jackets. So they got a few former Blue Jackets on their team. I see what they're going for. I think they did that on purpose, okay? Today, we are trying to get our first ever Stanley Cup final. And why did I try? What am I doing? What am I saying? Think of it. We're trying to win our 8th Stanley Cup. I don't know why I said first ever. I don't know. But let's... it's been a great video so far, guys. I'm not even going to cut any of this out. This is just me off the script. I never have a script. Ever. So let's look at how the Avalanche got here. First round, they faced the Dallas Stars. We faced Dallas before. They are a tough team. Second round, they faced St. Louis. Beat them in 7. We faced St. Louis before. Really tough team. The Edmonton Oilers, we faced them plenty of times. Shane Wright beat them in 6 games. So they've beaten the teams that we've fought plenty of times in the Cup Finals. So they know how to beat us. They've beaten teams that have beat us in the finals, but we've beaten them. Okay, game number 1, we have home ice, obviously. Didn't win the Presidents this year, which is sad. Wait, did we? No, we didn't. Did we? No, there's no way we won the Presidents this year. I think. Yeah, St. Louis, wow. So they just went through St. Louis like nobody's tomorrow. Okay. Game number 1 of the Cup Finals. You have been waiting for it. Jeffery, Woodworth, Matthew Savoie, Kavanaugh. They're trying to go for some of their last chances at Lord Stanley. Some players are going for their first Stanley Cup. Game number 1, home ice advantage. First period. 2-1. I'll take it. Billy Philly starts the scoring 1-0 early into the game, but Lundstrom, that sniper there on the second line, can't really recall at this point. That's what I need to see from the rookie. If he can come into his own at just the right time during this postseason run, he will be remembered. Okay, make a name for yourself. Bobby Friesen on the power play. Actually shot the puck for once. We lead in shots and in the goal category. Why did I say category? Goal scoring department. But it's a close one. We outshoot them by a lot, actually. Second period. Make that 3-1. Walker Farmer, the D-man, getting onto the board. 12 seconds into the second. Now that's how you get the crowd going. You're like, oh my God, they scored another. That's me right now. Sorry. We outshoot them 24-19. Third period. It's still a close one. Anything can happen. Power play early. Can't capitalize. That sucks. If only we could have gotten one more. I really don't trust my team currently with leads. We have blown 2 leads during the postseason so far, and I just like closing things out slowly, quickly enough to get through it. Melvin Rodriguez scores hot rod there late into the third period, and that secures the Game 1 victory in the road to the Stanley Cup. Kavanaugh with a solid game. I don't want to give him any credit because goalies are voodoo. Game number 2 here in Columbus, Ohio. Can we go up 2-0? That is the question. We know we're the better team. We can beat these chumps, but they've beaten mega teams throughout the playoffs so far. St. Louis, 124 points in the regular season. 124 to 123, I can't really recall. They beat Edmonton. They beat Dallas, teams we have faced plenty of times before. They know our weaknesses. I'm sure they do. They've beaten teams that have just annihilated us before. But we are the better team. I know that. First period. I give you so much credit, man. Kari, their first-line center, scores halfway through the period. Peverly scores to make it 2-0. Shots are in their favor, 13-10. And I gave you all this credit, Columbus, and you go out and do something like that. Second period. All it takes is 1 to get us back into this game. Okay, you get 1, making a 1-goal game. Yuri Kovalev, Dunham, and Kamel score back-to-back. It's 4-1 Colorado. This is a wash. There's no way. We need to mount a comeback early. Early power play for Colorado. Yikes. That's not a long power play for the Avalanche. That's not good, Columbus. You'd let them walk away with this. Kavanaugh, I didn't give you any credit, and the voodoo is still against us. Power play late for Colorado. It doesn't even matter. Oh, just for the love of God, end it. My God. Jesus, Kavanaugh. You gotta be so much better than that. And don't think for a second, I won't put Barch in the net for you. Don't think your spot is ever safe on this team. You hear me? Because it's not. Game number 3, heading to the Pepsi Center. The Pepsi Center? Colorado, is that really called the Pepsi Center? Why can't Pepsi? That is a cool friggin' name. Game number 3, and I'm going to just look at my lineup real quick. See if there's anything I can spice up here. Okay, you know what? The rookies are going together. I like that. I don't know. Fallon there. I want... No, I gotta go with... I'm gonna go with something like that. Yeah, I'll go with that. I just want to try something new. If it doesn't work, it's my fault, obviously. But we gotta go out there with a little bit of pep in our step. We gotta get some momentum here to start this game off. Game number 3 here in Colorado. Okay, series is tied 1-1. First period. 2-1. Peverley scores early. That's 3 goals in 3 games for him. He's a really good player. And did I not say if somebody's going to score goals on that team, it's going to be him. Walker Farmer with another goal. Melvin Rodriguez, a guy you wouldn't expect to score, makes it 2-1. Shots are dead even, 12-12. Okay, second period. 3-1, Khalil Fallon. Did we demote him? We did demote him to the 3rd line. Goes out there and gets a goal on Gordy Crosby. I will take it. Cat, can you please... McGregor. That's my cat's name, by the way. Hey, you stop it over there. I will throw something. Really? You're going to be like that? You're going to be... Hey! I threw something. I just threw my note that... You stop it. I swear to God. 3rd period. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Yeah. Stop it, man. I don't ask for much. Dude, please. Please. 4-1, Yuri Kovalev. I just threw something else at him. 4-1, Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm trying to make this an emotional video, and my cat is tearing stuff up. But I will take that a game number 3 victory here in Colorado. Yuri Kovalev with the 4-1 goal. Vyacheslav Kavanaugh with the 1st star. So in our wins, he has been important. But in our losses, he is our biggest weakness. Game number 4. We have a chance to take a commanding 3-1 series lead. But on the other hand, they could tie this series up. I don't know if my line changes has helped this team out, but... we got a long way to go. Game number 4. Let's go. Let's head back to Columbus with a chance to win this all. Do it for Jeffery Woodworth. Do it for Fallon. Do it for Kavanaugh. Do it for Savoie. First period. Ooh, you beautiful bastards, you. 3-1. Hemingway, the 4th line center, opens the scoring. I didn't expect to see his name anytime soon. Bobby Friesen has been so important during this postseason run. Yuri Kovalev, yet again, 3-1. Sundin scores, making it 3-1. But we have a commanding 3-1 advantage through 20. Shots are in our favor, 14-6. Second period. You know what? I will take it. No scoring at all. I'll frickin' take it if we're still in the lead. 3rd period, boys. Slow it down. This is your game. Make it yours. Power play early for Colorado. Kill it off. That is a huge momentum swing for the Blue Jackets. McGregor, I swear to God. Stop it. 3-1. Oh, Reese scores late. No, don't do this. Okay. Reese scores late, but that is not enough to bring them back into this series. It is 3-1 in the series. Allen with the first star for the Avalanche. But his performance was not enough to tie this series up. They got close. Reese tried his all, but their boys did not come out to play. I haven't seen a lot from Jeffery, Woodworth, and Savoie this series. I would like for them to step up in potentially their final game. On home ice, we have a chance to win Lord Stanley Cup for the 8th time. 8! No other franchise mode I've ever played have I won this amount of Stanley Cups. This is it. The dynasty is done when Jeffery, Woodworth, and Savoie call it quits. We will not be the same team. And this could be the last game this squad is together. We lost Stu Cam and Joshua Waugh last offseason. Let's go out with a bang. Let's go out with a bang. Home ice. We will slow... You know what? We're up 3-1. First period. 1-1. Joachim Kamel scores an oldie. Jeffery Woodworth, I ask, and he shall do what I say. 1-1. We outshoot them 10-8. It's pretty close in that category. Scoring is dead even. Second period. Oh, what a high-scoring second period of play. Matthew Savoie jumps up. When I ask him to score, he does exactly what he needs to do. Yuri Kovalev makes it pretty in our favor. Madsen scores one. Woodworth makes it 4-2. Jennings, the defenseman, makes it 3-4. Shots are still in our favor, 25-18. We have a chance to end it. The old guys have been hot, and I'm asking for you to do it one last time. One more time. 1 goal, 2 goals. That's all we need to finish this off, boys. Come on, Columbus. I believe in you. Power play for Colorado. We kill it off. That is a momentum swing. Another power play for Colorado. We kill it off. Are you kidding me? Jarvinen with the goal. The defenseman makes it 5-3. Late Woodworth with the empty netter. It's 6-3. You know, it's crazy. I don't know how many... What episode is this? 137? 138? Something like that. I've never... It hasn't felt like this. You know, I know this is it. I can feel in my heart that Woodworth is going to call it quits. Savoie might even do it as well. I've never felt like this. I mean, years previous, I've been like scared that Woodworth is going to call it quits. Last year would have felt right. This year it feels right, but it feels bittersweet. We're watching the careers of a few players potentially end. This is the last time they'll ever skate on this ice as a Columbus Blue Jacket. Potentially. I'm not sure if they will, because we've had years before we've been like, oh, he's totally done. But they weren't. But at least they get to go out on top. Back-to-back Stanley Cups. Or is this 3 in a row? No, this is back-to-back. Is it? Is it? I can't really recall. Hold on. Go to YouTube. I can't really recall. My brain currently is not working. Is it? I don't know. Use your brain, Owen. Come on. Use your brain. Come on. This is commentary at its finest. I know it's supposed to be emotional, but apparently not. Is it? I'm not. No, this will be 2 in a row. And I'll take it. Number 8. You just see Yuri Kovalev just gypsy doodle his way into the zone. You know what? If Woodworth and Savoie are done, I am happy with the core going forward. Guys like Lindstrom. And he hasn't been great, but he's so young. We are such a young team in general. But we get to party. Show them young guys how to party, Columbus. There's plenty of guys who have been here before. There's plenty of guys who will never get the chance again. Just enjoy this. Colorado, I mean, you tried. There were some close games here and there, but at the end of the day, we are the team to beat. We are the dynasty. Look back to the greatest teams in NHL history, the Montreal Canadiens of the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. They were always good. Detroit in the 90s, 2000s. Chicago of the 2010s. Pittsburgh, LA, to name a few. We are one of the greatest. It's hard to beat the greatest of all time, but we are among that list. And on this team, we have some of the greatest. Vyacheslav Kavanov, Jeffery Woodworth, Savoie, and some young guys coming into their own who will take their spots. Never fill their shoes, but I am excited for the future of this team. Your Conn Smythe winner, Yuri Kovalev, signs his deal. Maybe he feels a little underpaid now, but you never negotiate your contract during the playoffs. He's a $13 million man, and we're paying him $8 million. He's totally worth that. And the Stanley Cup. Potentially the last time this man gets to do this. Jeffery freaking Woodworth, the captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Will you make your way to center ice? Yes, he will. This team has seen some greats, but out of all of them, he is the greatest. Doesn't look a day over 18, 39 years of age, captain for 7, 8 Stanley Cup rings. Make this one matter. Enjoy this the most. Your name has been on that cup plenty of times. Make this one matter. Walker Farmer was quite impressive throughout the playoffs. Scoring a few goals here and there. Our D-core came up clutch. And I'm excited for the future of our D-core. Plenty of prospects in the pool. Speaking of plenty, Luke Wheeler, son of Blake Wheeler, he's only going to get better. More responsibility here in the future as this core gets a bit older. Our best guys get a bit older. Luke Wheeler's going to have to come into his own, and I'm sure he will. Enjoy this one, kid. 2 Stanley Cups? Hell yes. Mironov, for the love of God, is winning his 2nd Stanley Cup before his sophomore season. Last player I can recall doing that is Matt Murray. Vyacheslav Kavanov, let's talk about you, bud. One of, if not the best goalie of all time. 7 Stanley Cups to his name. Boys, enjoy this one. This team might be together for the last time, but make it matter the most.